Hello everyone and welcome to GTA 5 Online. This is the Import Export DLC. As you can see, it's festive time here in the land of GTA. Before we get started, I just want to give you, I was going to do a quick run through on what the DLC is, how to set it up, yeah. And you guys have probably already seen this, but you know me, I'm kind of a cheapskate, so hey, I'll show you the cheap way of doing things. But before we get started again, let's go ahead and I want to thank everyone for your support for the channel, guys. I do appreciate it. And now let's get this bitch kicked in. Obviously, the first thing you got to do is you got to log in as a CEO. Okay. Let me back up. That's too quick. All right. So when you log in as a CEO, you could usually do this on your phone, I think. Let's see here. I don't know if you can do it on your phone or not. Yes, you can. On your phone, you go into your site for Dynasty, and when you click over your thing there, see how it opens up? Now, I went ahead and bought this garage already. Now, this is this is the first level of 3. So when Rockstar says you can have 60 cars, you can house 60 cars in a garage, they're not lying. But now, for me to go in here and add another level, you can see Office Garage 2. If I go into buy garage, you're looking at $855,000 for level 2. And that's not anything special, no signage, no lighting, nothing like that. If you do the custom auto shop, let's see how much it is. It's 900,000. So this stuff is a little expensive. And obviously, as you can see, immediately Office 3 or the Garage 3 was lit up. So you're going to have all 3 garages and let's see, is that right? Wait a minute. Alright, what if I don't want to buy the auto shop? Let's click that off of there. Okay. Office Garage 2. Now, Office Garage 3. Buy the garage. Okay, so there you're at 1.6 if you get all 3. So that's after you buy the first one, and then you'll be able to house 60 cars. But until you do that, until you buy those, you ain't housing shit. You're going to house 20. That's it. And of course, you can spend a lot of money on the interior, the lighting, and all that shit, what it looks like, block, blah, 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 blah. So once you buy that garage, that first one, then you are in the vehicle import export business. But to get, I say you are, but there's one more step. So um, you'll actually have to come into here, go to your warehouse map. Let's see, that's no. You'll go to vehicle cargo. Now, it'll bring you to this one. Now, you can go through and say all, and you can go through and buy a garage. Now, this is the cheapest garage. I believe it was $1.5 million, I think it was. So for this garage, it does hold 40 vehicles. As you can see, I'm 43% there. And we're going to go to the garage here in a minute. Now, as you go through and you start to get these vehicles, now you can do this by yourself, guys. You don't have to have a whole crew of people. You don't have to have more than one. You can go and get these vehicles and put them in the lockup by yourself, and that's what will get these other missions unlocked, which I highly suggest you do. Do not buy these damn special vehicles until you get a chance to see them operate. As you can see, the ramp buggy here, and if I was starting this off the first time, you would actually see that I would have to steal or source 4 vehicles to get this mission unlocked, and then 8, and then 12, and so on, so forth, all the way to 32. Which I've got everything unlocked. I've done this mission with a friend of mine. I haven't done it on my own. Now, in these missions, you can have 1 to 4 players. If you've only got 2 people in your crew, and let's just say you got a friend who's in another session, or he doesn't want to, he's in his own crew, you can invite him to help you on these special missions. So it's just like any other mission. You know, it's no big deal. But if you have 4 people in your crew, or in your organization, should I say? I gotta go quit calling it a crew. But in your organization, then all those 3 other players beside yourself will automatically be zoomed into this mission when you start it. They are fun. I'll be honest with you. In my opinion, that 4-wheeler, the Aqua Blazer, the Blazer Aqua, and I'm gonna say this one, the Armored Boxville. And you say, man, it's an RV. Yes, but it is the toughest son of a bitch out of all these vehicles. This one, very little armor. This one has hardly any armor. Believe it or not, this one does have a lot of armor, but you can strike it down. This one is invincible. Um, I've heard a lot of people talk about how they can light this thing up with rockets, won't blow up. And it can, of course, now this one here, yes, you can blow it up easy because it's just a ruiner, you know. Um, this one here, it's a ramp, the ramp buggy. It's cool, but after you do about 25 cars, I think it is, it explodes. It becomes useless to you. And this one's just a piece of shit anyway. I don't even know, other than the mission itself, it's fucking useless in my book. So really, 2 vehicles out of all of them that have come out are really worth purchasing. And as you do these missions, when you get this unlocked and you complete the mission, you get a discount on the actual vehicle, so you don't have to pay full price for it. Um, we'll go to the lockup now and show you what happens there, because it's pretty interesting. And of course, when we go outside, it's going to be snowing.
What's cooking?
Snow's back on, so we got it till I think January the 9th is what I believe Rockstar said. You know, of course, we can have snowball fights again and all that good shit. And if you guys are like me and you get the Rockstar propaganda, they talk a lot about, you know, the new shit coming out, and
LJT.
oh, shut up, LGT. He gets on my nerves. There's one thing. If anybody's viewing this that works for Rockstar or has anything to do with GTA Online, do me a favor. If you're gonna have CEO, you're gonna have a biker organization. Why in the hell can't we do both at the same time? Why do we gotta flip and shut down our CEO or CEO, and then flip over to a biker, and then not hire everybody, but get our prospects lined up. We get all of our biker shit done. We want to go back to CEO. Guess what? You gotta shut down everyone and then invite everyone back. It's a pain in the ass. And I'm being honest with you guys. The CEO deal, you should be able to have as many associates as you do with the biker. I think the biker, you can have 6, no, 8. You can have 8. So why can't you have that with a CEO? It's just a crock of shit in my book. And you shouldn't have to flip back and forth. But anyway, there's my soapbox. There's my little bitching rant. So there you go. Anyway, we're going to take a buzzard ride. Go over to the lockup, or the... I call it a lockup, but I guess you'd call it a car warehouse or some shit. Because it's like a crate warehouse, but it's for vehicles. And of course, the interesting thing is... Well, the kind of interesting and bad thing... the cars themselves, when you source them, they don't cost you any money, because remember, you are stealing them. That's why it's called Grand Theft Auto. However, whoever gets the car, whether it's you or one of your buddies in this, in the organization that you've brought on, in your CEO work, if he does any damage to that vehicle, he or she, put it that way, they wreck, and there'll be a counter telling you how much damage has been done. If there's $2,000 worth of damage, CEO, it comes out of your ass. You got to foot the bill. So you may want to know who you're playing with before you start getting in this, because it could cost you some money. The best bet to do, and I'm not going to tell you any little tricks or tips. I can't talk with a fuck right now. There are some. I'm sure you guys are going to experiment and find your own, but I don't want to give them out because I don't want Rockstar to fix them. It makes gaming a little easier on us, so fuck them and their shark card. But anyway, welcome to the vehicle lockup, or the vehicle garage, what you want to say. Now, once the vehicles get here, we have a mechanic on hand who automatically fixes them up. As you can see, I've got some vehicles that are covered up. I've got some vehicles not covered up. These are all vehicles I've stolen, whether it's been more than just me with a CEO organization, or just by myself, either one. Now, once you get vehicles in here, now here's the kicker. Again, there's a lot to this, so if I kind of lose you, just stick with me. Um, once you get these vehicles in here and they're good to go, they're fixed up, you have to sell them. And just like in your regular CEO crates, you have to come in here and get on the computer. And this chair looks like shit. It's all duct taped and fucked up. But oh well, it is what it is. Alright, so you access your computer. Now, it's up to you which ones you want to sell. And you have so many different ways. You can sort by value, you can sort by position. I usually go by top range. I put the top range first. I've got one in the top range. Um, the higher the top range, the higher the money. If you go sort by value, same thing. So let's do no filter here, and then we're going to sort by value. There you go. So he's number one, top range. And you got your mid-range vehicles. This is Zentorno, blah, 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 blah. All right. As you can see, there's 4 slots in here. You take up 1 slot. So if I wanted to sell this guy right now, I just click export. Bam. All right. My delivery commission, once I deliver this vehicle, is $60,000. Whatever damage happens to it from point A to point B comes out of that $60,000 cut. So people that think you're just going to roll and get $1 million, you're not. It takes time. Now, if you mix this in with your crates and your biker organization to where you've got something going on constantly, then yes, you can make serious money. But you got to work it right. It's not just going to happen and, oh, I'm going to sell 4 cars and make $1 million. It's not going to fucking happen. So let's just say that you have your CEO organization going on. You got 3 of your friends with you, and you want to export some vehicles. Now, all your other 3 friends are going to have to be in the vehicle lockup in this garage with you while you do this. If not, it will not let you export them. The only cars that you can export are people who are in there physically that can haul them off for you. And obviously, you can only do 4 at a time. There is a 30-minute cooldown window. So once you do that, once you deliver those cars, you got to wait 30 minutes before you can do it again, which is a pain in the ass. So in that, you can go ahead and source another vehicle, do some crates, biker organization, do something else, and wait for that 30 minutes to cool off. Here you look, there's bonus money here when you go to your collection. Now guys, it's real easy to tell. This is not a real in-depth secret here. I just found out about the collection yesterday or today. If you look, each one of these has got a personalized license plate. Every one of them. Topless, precious, pretty, nightshade, the 70s, and then you got the coquette. It's vintage. So every one of these has got a personalized license plate. Now, whenever you source a vehicle that has a personalized license plate, hang on to it. You see? Winning. Zentorno. Okay, I don't have I have had this one. As something happens to where you get the other 2, you can export this collection. Now it says collection bonus 75,000. That may be what it's at now because I only have 2. And I believe that's what it is because I only have 2. You can see here I've got 52.5 on this one because I've only got 1. Haven't done this yet, but I am working on getting those. Got a buddy of mine inviting me. Getting those collected so I can sell them and see what the hell comes from it. Because if that's 150 grand for 4 vehicles, it's not bad. However, that's 150 grand cut. You got to remember that it's just like the heist were. When you go in. Oh, shut up, LGT, dude! You were pissing me off. In this export, you don't actually divvy up what percentage goes to who. You guys split it even Steven down the way. Now, when you go to export a vehicle, I'm kind of God damn it. Fucking LJT. I went ahead and emptied all my illegal businesses, and now some bitch won't leave me alone because I haven't restocked them. Let me get back in this real quick, and I'll show you guys what I was talking about. when you go to export a vehicle, you have three different choices. Okay, now with the bike organization gives you two. With the crate, you really only have one. And now with the export, when you go to export a vehicle, let's just say that's the one I want to export, right? I click on export. Now it's up to me which one I go to. Okay, if I do the first one, now this one, the private deal is going to be zero heat. You're not going to have anyone shooting at you, no one trying to run you off the road. So this is like easy, medium, and hard. Let's put it that way. As you get down here to medium, you're going to have to pay for modifications. Now, don't worry, guys. The $9,375 that I would have to pay to get this thing right and to send it off, I get back. So if there was, let's just say I had two vehicles, and in that two vehicles, the total commission offer right here, you see 93,000. That's how much gets paid back to you. Let's just say it was $193,000, but I had to spend $20,000 on it. Oh well, let me do this different. Let's just say it was $200,000. An oddball number. You're not going to see it. This is all bullshit, but I'm just giving you an idea. So let's just say the commission offer is $200,000. I have two vehicles, and of course there's someone helping me. So now immediately it's 50-50, right? $100,000 a piece. But now in this, where it says cost for the high-end modifications required, let's just say it's $20,000. So immediately I'm going to get $120,000 because I'll get my $20,000 back. It goes back to the CEO, and the other guy will get $80,000. You see how that works? So you'll get your money back. So I suggest this one. Yes, you're probably going to get some damage on the cars. Big fucking whoop. I'll be honest with you. The amount of damage you're going to get on cars, if anyone knows how to play this game, is helping you. They're not going to completely demolish them. I do suggest that you do this in a lobby with friends, or find you a quiet lobby like I have by myself, and that way you can invite your friends in and do it that way. If not, then you're gonna have problems with people trying to steal them. Now if they blow them up, from what I heard, they got to pay $30,000 to replace them. So I haven't seen a whole lot of people blowing them up. I think that word got around quick. They do try to steal them though. So if they can shoot you in the head and take the vehicle, they can take the vehicle and source it in their garage, and then you're screwed. Now those Pegasus, are not Pegasus, but the Warstock vehicles, all those special delivery vehicles we're talking about, the ramp vehicles. We're gonna walk right over here, and one beautiful thing I do like about this is down here. All of your vehicles, your ramp buggy, your the one with the spear on it, the Night Rider car, the kit car, what we call it, and all those vehicles, the Aqua Blazer, are all housed down here. So that way, as you buy them, this is where their home becomes, which is nice. I do like that aspect of it, and it looks pretty cool. You come down here and see all these badass fucking armored bullshits. But again, if you have the money to buy them all, kudos to you. Way to go. I do not, so I am not going to. Just that simple. But there you go, guys. That's the easiest way to do this one, cheapest, and just get out there and start, grinding on some cars. Get you some cars going. Sell you a collection or two. Make you some serious cash. Spend the downtime in between getting these vehicles sourced and getting them sold, to flipping over, doing your crates, doing your biker organization. And that's what I got to do right now, is I got to go back and flip over to my biker organization, fly all the way over to Blaine County, and stockpile all my illegal businesses so they can be creating. Because one thing that'll happen is, even if you're doing CEO shit, as long as you're in the session and you're not doing missions, your CEO or your illegal operations are still making shit. They're still making product, and that's why LGT will call you even if you're a CEO, and let you know if you're out of inventory or out of supplies or whatever. So there you go, guys. That's my quick little rundown. And yes, there's clothing. There's not any new weapons, but there are clothing. You can throw snowballs. There's a new vehicle, things like that. Just stuff for you guys to look at. And it is new. It's different. I wish that they had a way that you could haul more than just 4 cars. That kind of pisses me off because, I guess they kind of figured, well, if if you could get a damn trailer for that 18 wheeler for the rig and haul, 6 or 8 of them with you and 4 friends or 3 friends and make a bigger commission, that would be cool. But the fact that it's a truck, cool, but you can't put them on a trailer. You have to drive them. So that's kind of the pain in the ass with that one. But anyway, there it is, guys. There is your new DLC. Sorry it's so late, but I've been enjoying the holidays. I just started vacation. I'm enjoying that. So I'm gonna try to do a video here and there for you guys and upload them real quick. But other than that, I'm just gonna enjoy the holiday. So I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. I doubt there's going to be any more videos until after Christmas because it is family time, guys. We're going to be chilling out, having fun, doing some laughing, eating some prime rib, unwrapping some presents, looking at the cool shit. Hopefully it's not an ugly fucking tie and a pair of tube socks, right? So, and if it is, cool. We'll look, say, hey, great, this is a perfect tie. I've always wanted tube socks. Lie like a fucking dog. But anyway, you guys have a good one. Have a Merry Christmas. And remember, keep on gaming. See you soon.